Well, a new study out of UC Berkeley suggests that non-judgmental empathy training helps probation and parole officers feel more emotionally connected to their clients, and that helps keep inmates from becoming repeat offenders. Earlier today, I talked with one of the lead researchers. I'm joined now by Jason Okonefoa. He's a social psychologist at UC Berkeley. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this study is really interesting, but my first question for you, how do you teach empathy?
There's a variety of approaches, and this approach is more so one in which we treat people as experts, and so it's less so of a lecture, more so of an interactive conversation, in which, for example, we ask people about instances in which they truly or fully sought to understand another person's perspective. And that can be done without even mentioning the word empathy, and typically people can remember such a time, and then we go from there.
All right, and so we know the study showed that inmate recidivism was lowered, but is that directly correlated to the training, or is it possible that maybe the parole officers may just perform better than others?
I believe that these probation and parole officers did end up performing better across the board. However, due to our experimental design, it was a randomized placebo-controlled field experiment, which is the equivalent of how we determine if these vaccines are going to work or not. Some officers were randomly assigned to a treatment condition, receiving this empathic supervision interactive exercise, and the other half of officers were randomly assigned to a control condition in which they engage with information about how organization is important for doing their jobs. And so because of that experimental design, we can know to a reasonable amount of scientific certainty that the effects that we're seeing when we compare the treatment to the control, that was an overall reduction in recidivism rates over the course of 10 months.
What do you think this means going forward? Is there a likelihood of this being tried in other cities?
So thank you for that. In technical terms, we call that generalizability. The department that we worked with was a citywide department for one of the top largest cities in the country. Mm-hmm. And so there was a lot of diversity within that sample in and of itself. And due to the experimental design, we can expect that this has a very high likelihood of being effective in a variety of settings. Our next steps are indeed to collaborate and connect with departments, whether it be probation or parole or corrections or clerks or police officers, to indeed adapt materials and test their efficacy in a variety of settings.
And last question for you, just really quickly, 13%, people may hear that, it may not seem like a big deal, but if we saw that across the country, a 13% fewer, recidivism rate, that's really a big deal.
It would be difficult to compare it to anything because in many ways it's unprecedented. Things like recidivism are historically difficult to reduce even by 1%, and 1% would be a sizable reduction in recidivism. But then when we think about the implications of it, each percent, we have to consider that, for example, this sample was over 20,000 adults on probation or parole. Each of them suffer themselves from a slew of negative outcomes that come with that, but then also the things that their families had to go through, the tax dollars that go into it. The United States spent something like $80 billion on incarceration, probation, and parole. And so even what might seem like relatively small differences in percentages, they actually translate to not only large differences in outcomes and in economics, but that when we think about that over time and how these effects were consistent over time, we're talking about an additive effect, such that it just becomes more and more saved resources, for example.
Social psychologist Jason Okonefoa, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.